Diddy's life has taken a serious turn for the worse in the past few weeks. He's now living in a far different world from the luxury he's used to. Right now, he's staying at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a place that's nothing like his $61 million mansion, which was raided by federal agents back in September. Since his arrest on September 16, 2024, Diddy has been in jail and denies all charges against him. He's being held without bond, which means he can't leave jail while waiting for his trial. His current living situation is a big shock, especially compared to his usual celebrity lifestyle. Diddy is being kept in the same prison as Sam Bankman-Fried, the former crypto billionaire who is now serving a 25-year sentence for fraud and money laundering. Interestingly, since Diddy is also facing racketeering charges, the two might even have something to talk about. A former warden of the jail shared some details about what life is like inside because of the serious charges against Diddy, including sex trafficking and abuse of women. He is likely being kept away from other prisoners for his own safety. These kinds of charges can make someone a target behind bars. Diddy is probably being held in isolation, meaning he's in a small cell by himself. The cell is very basic, just concrete walls, a steel toilet, and a sink. This is a huge change from the luxury he's used to. The prison is also known for frequent power outages, sometimes lasting for days. With winter coming, that means cold nights. Without heat, something Diddy definitely isn't used to. But even worse than the cold, the jail has a history of violence. It's said that members of dangerous gangs like MS-13 are locked up there. Weapons, shives, are often found, and one inmate was even stabbed 44 times recently. If Diddy wants to make it to his trial safely, he'll have to be very careful, and maybe even learn how to sleep with one eye open. Diddy's life took a dramatic turn after Homeland Security raided his mansion in early 2024 as part of a federal sex trafficking investigation, which was later linked to multiple sexual assault allegations. Since his arrest in September, he has been held without bond at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where he's reportedly stopped eating, partly due to the poor quality of jail food, but also because of fears that someone might try to poison him. His legal team claims he's innocent, fully cooperative, and the target of an unjust prosecution, even as more than 120 alleged victims and a former music producer, Lil Rod, have come forward with serious accusations involving abuse, drugs, and illegal firearms. 17-year-old girl in 2003, the victim accused Diddy of plying her with drugs and alcohol at his New York studio, and then forcing himself on her along with two associates. The suit also accused Diddy of a sex trafficking scheme in which the victim was flown by private jet from her home in Michigan to New York, with people calling out Diddy. Several others in the media have also come out against him, citing their negative experiences. Tanika Ray, a TV host and one-time backup singer for Diddy, said she had a horrific experience with the rapper. "I just knew to avoid him at all costs. Yes, I danced for him and kept my space. I interviewed him for his projects and kept my space. Nothing that is happening is surprising in 2023, Diddy." When high-profile individuals are in custody, it is standard procedure for them to be placed on suicide watch at federal facilities, which is not necessarily an indication of their mental state. Diddy's legal team has reassured the public, stating that he is strong, healthy, and focused on his defense as he prepares for his court appearance in early October. His attorney spent hours with him in the federal lockup and confirmed that he did not find Diddy to be suicidal. Now that Diddy no longer has a music empire to run, he is reportedly using his time to seek help. His lawyer revealed that the rapper is currently in treatment and therapy, though details were not disclosed due to confidentiality. Agnifilo explained that Diddy is receiving help for issues that he needs treatment for, including past drug use and toxic relationships, which were described as mutual. It's expected that Diddy's defense team may use this angle to present him as a victim who requires help, which could improve their case in light of the numerous victims who have spoken out against him. However, Diddy's troubles extend beyond his legal battle. The East Coast-West Coast rap feud reignited with his recent arrest, linking him to Tupac Shakur's murder. a case that has long been speculated but never officially investigated. Although Diddy denies any involvement, his connection to the case remains controversial. Diddy was also accused by Tupac of being involved in the 1994 shooting at Quad Studios in New York. In a 1994 interview, Tupac said that Diddy, along with Biggie Smalls and others, acted suspiciously during the shooting, and that no one approached him. Tupac even claimed Diddy appeared nonchalant during the incident. On September 7, 1996, Tupac was fatally shot while sitting in a BMW near the Las Vegas Strip. He was waiting at a red light when the car was shot at. Though Diddy has denied any involvement, the recent resurgence of these old allegations adds to the rapper's mounting legal and public challenges. A white Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. The two were taken to a nearby medical center. Tupac died of respiratory failure that led to cardiac arrest after the removal of his right lung. Doctors attempted to revive him, but could not stop the hemorrhaging. Dwayne Keith D. Davis was arrested for involvement in Tupac's murder in 2023. Dwayne was asked in police footage if Diddy had anything to do with the murder, to which he answered, "Yes. Yeah, I think he did." Mike Dorsey, who made the documentary Murder Rap, Inside the Biggie and Tupac Murders, released new audio where Keith mentioned he was struggling to receive a $1 million payment from Diddy for carrying out the hit. With all this going on, Diddy is reportedly desperate to spend as little time in jail as possible. He is allegedly scared of being marked for death inside the prison, as he's got a target behind his back with the West Coast gangbangers who want to avenge the death of rival Tupac Shakur. While he claimed that his participation in the murder case was pure fiction, prosecutors are collaborating with the feds to investigate his connection to the unresolved case. An insider revealed that some people will go out of their way to do something bad to Diddy. He is reportedly a dead man walking behind bars in case he ends up in a federal prison which is controlled by gangs. After his trial, an insider revealed gangs are very powerful even in the most secure prisons. It would be possible to get to him, but it would take cooperation with prison guards, like in the case of Jeffrey Epstein. A prison expert explained, gang members would be scoring themselves a massive trophy if they took him out, especially if he had anything at all to do with the Tupac shooting. As for details of Diddy's trial, there's been a slight change in his case. It's now been assigned to a new judge. It looks like the rapper's charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution will be heard by Judge Aaron Subramanian. Subramanian is replacing Judge Andrew L. Carter, Jr. This change might be good news for Diddy, who will now have another chance to seek bail before a fresh set of ears and robes. The rapper has previously been denied 2 bails by Carter and the case's first judge, U.S. Magistrate Judge Robin Tarnavsky. Up till now, the judges have agreed that Diddy should remain in jail as he is on house arrest. Diddy's new federal judge is an already busy man. He's also currently overseeing the Department of Justice antitrust case against Ticketmaster. In his 2 previous bail bids, Diddy offered his Miami mansion as collateral for a $50 million bail bond, but he was only met with rejection. Despite offering a $50 million bail package and agreeing to restrictions like no female visitors outside of immediate family, U.S. District Judge Andrew L. Carter, Jr. denied Diddy's request for release, stating the government had successfully proven that the defendant is a danger to the community. Diddy remains in custody as his legal team continues to fight for his release. This was the disgraced music mogul's second court appearance, and both judges involved in the case have cited concerns raised by federal prosecutors that Diddy poses a serious risk of intimidating witnesses. During his first bail hearing, Magistrate Judge Robin Meriwether Tarnavsky stated, "I don't believe that counsel has the ability to control you, given the very significant concerns I have, particularly because of substance abuse and what seems like anger issues." She added that the danger surrounding his release was serious and concluded that his proposed bond package wouldn't ensure his return to court, nor would it protect the public or prevent witness tampering. Although Diddy has pleaded not guilty to the charges and is actively appealing the bail denials, Both judges agreed that even a $50 million bond isn't enough to secure his compliance. Prosecutors highlighted Diddy's immense resources, estimating his net worth at $1 billion, noting he has a private jet and at least $1 million in cash readily available, making him a substantial flight risk. In an effort to gain the court's trust, Diddy offered to surrender his own passport along with those of 5 close family members and even claimed he was planning to sell his jet. But prosecutors weren't convinced. They argued that if released, Diddy could continue engaging in witness tampering, something they claim he's already begun. According to the prosecution, Diddy and his associates have contacted witnesses, attempting to gaslight them and influence their testimony. Their statement alleged that the rapper has continued to physically assault and threaten those around him, including romantic partners, employees, and others present during what were described as fits of rage. They concluded that no bail conditions could prevent Diddy's violent outbursts when angry or emotional, making anyone in his presence vulnerable to abuse. In response, Diddy's legal team has now brought on high-profile attorneys Anthony Rico and Alexandra Shapiro to strengthen his defense. And judging by how things are going, it looks like he's going to need all the legal firepower he can get. What's been put forward recently in Diddy's case has been nothing short of jaw-dropping and oddly entertaining. During raids on his residence, authorities discovered over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, raising more than a few eyebrows. When pressed to explain this bizarre stockpile, his lawyers claimed that, in true American fashion, Diddy simply bought it in bulk from a nearby Costco. But that's just the start. His defense team is now portraying him as a sex addict who couldn't help himself in certain situations, even signing him up for therapy as part of their legal strategy. While that might seem like a bold move, it could be their best option moving forward, because the government claims to have an overwhelming amount of digital evidence and damning witness testimonies stacked against him. If convicted, legal. Experts believe Diddy could be facing a minimum of 15 years behind bars. Ironically, Diddy once predicted his own arrest. Back in 1999, he bragged in an interview about the wild nature of his now infamous parties, saying, "You're going to hear about my parties. They're going to be shutting them down. They're probably going to arrest me for doing all types of crazy things, just 'cause we want to have a good time." He defended his over-the-top events, claiming he was judged for bringing a different energy to typical celebrity gatherings. Whenever you bring a different element into people's environment, things that broaden their horizons, people get intimidated, he said. Despite facing backlash and trouble getting permits, Diddy insisted he would never stop throwing those parties. "They don't want me to throw the parties anymore, but we ain't gonna stop. We're going to keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life." Fast forward to now, and with his recent arrest, there are no more parties on the calendar. Instead, Diddy faces a long, messy legal battle and a grim reality far from the luxury lifestyle he's used to. His alleged inhumane life behind bars has shocked many, especially the rap mogul himself, who was once surrounded by Hollywood glamour. What are your thoughts on all of this? Let us know in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Criminal Corner so you don't miss the next one.